What's going on? How's everybody doing? Huh? How is everybody? Hello, hello. Where's everybody at? How you doing, Huda Adams? Good to see you. How you doing, April? Don't mind me if you hear that annoying sound. I'm chewing halls. What up, Saturn Rising Tarot? So, y'all like that title? Can y'all like this video, please? Much obliged. Just waiting on y'all. 7 and 3 equals 10. I got 7 people, 3 likes, now 4. Need them likes up. Hey, Leo Princess. Roxy Bolt, I emailed you. I hope you got the email. Jen H, hello. Sorry about the smick smacking with my mouth, but my throat chakra dry as shit tonight. So, as y'all see the shirt, let me put that in the light for everybody. The psychic is in. Come on, 10 and 10. We need 4 more likes. I know it's late. Don't get lazy with that thumb or pointer finger. Hit that like button. Well, the psychic was read by a psychic today, out of state from where he lives. Oh, yes, I was. I spent many hours in that shop today before the reading. Feeling out the energy, seeing if there's anything I connected with. Now I got to tell you all the truth. Here we go. So I decided, okay, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to tell them. After being in there for a good half hour, already picking out stuff to buy. I was like, oh, by the way, I'm a psychic medium. I think they got the gist of it when I was there for about almost 3 hours. I was not alone today. I'm not in my home state. I was with KC. Not only did I get the shit right out of me, Casey got the shit right out of her. So, before we get into what happened, let's talk about the title. Let's talk about the title. Let's talk about the title I posted. Okay, so the title states, "Hey Chad, what's up, brother?" What I'm going to tell y'all is if you decide to go get read And no, yes, I'm new to YouTube this year. No shit. Everybody knows that. But I've been in this stuff for closer to 20 years. Well, 18. 18 years to be exact. Since before I was an adult, because of one of my parents. Now, if you decide and you go to a shop and you just want to buy stuff, that's all your intentions are, go for it. When you go into that shop, pay attention to how your energy feels, the energy around you, and the items around you. Doing this, you will come out with things that are meant for you to walk out with. Furthermore, while you spend your time in there, if you do that, you might decide, if you feel real comfortable, you go off like your solar plexus, your gut chakra. You decide, oh, okay, let me check. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, but I feel really good. I feel really confident and comfortable. You might decide, oh, they got readers here. Let me get a reading. And a reading was offered to me. I said no. Don't want a reading. I don't need a reading. Well, I said, but how about my girl KC? I said, y'all want to give her a reading? And I looked at her and I'm like, you want a reading? She kind of froze for a second, like she wanted a reading. She deserved a reading. So I'm like, okay, we're going to get her one. And she's like, no, no, no. And I'm like, yes, you are. And she's like, no, no. Okay. Because as much as she didn't want it, she kind of wanted it. All right. So we go in there and the reading's meant for her. Soon as we sit down, the reader sits there in front of me. And the reader's like, and she's probably 75, 80 years old. I loved this part of the reading, the very beginning. First thing out of KC's mouth, reader spoke first, but the first thing out of KC's mouth was, you remind me of my grandmother. And she reminded me on my father's side of my grandmother, who's been gone for quite some time. I didn't say nothing, though. I kept quiet. Hi, Hippie Love. Hi, Crystal G. So I'm up in that reading, right, with KC. And I go to sit, like I give KC the comfortable chair. I sit on this little shitty ass black chair. And the reader, I'm like, I'm going to take the shitty chair and give her the good chair. The reader's like, both the chairs suck. And I'm just like, all right. Well, at least you're honest. Shit, I like how we're starting. So I'm up in there, right? Please hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. So this is what goes down. So I sit down, Casey's sitting there, and she's just like, whew. And I'm like, looking at her like, okay. And she's like, we're going to get to you, son. She's like, we're going to get to you. She's like, you've got a lot of energy around you. And then I shit you not, you guys can ask KC this question. I don't know, KC, how you doing? You're in the chat. She's not on the video with me. I am here with her, but for work-related reasons, I cannot put her on this video. It could get her in a lot of trouble. I want to put her in this video, but I can't. Okay, so the lady says, son, do you know what I see around you? And I'm like, thanks, honey. She bought me a lion today. The reader's like, son, do you know what I see around you? And I'm like, what do you see around me? And I haven't said much. And she's like, 555. And I'm like, what is she, a YouTube subscriber? What the hell? And as she says, I see 555 around you. She looks at Casey and she says, same for you. This reading got intense. It got cool. This lady, I actually told the lady, I did fib a little to the lady, but it was because it was very personal. This lady, at one point during this reading, and I had already known she was authentic because I can just sit there and read the other person or ask the questions if they're real or not. Well, she's sitting right ass in front of me. And I don't know how to tell you guys this, but like she talked about my childhood and something I've only shared with Casey and somebody up in this chat. I've never shared with nobody else. Nobody else. Because that shit was like deep as shit. And I told the psychic, oh yeah, I've only told KC, even though I knew I told one other person, and they're sitting up in this chat. Yeah, Saturn. Yeah, brother. Things we've talked about in our past and questions you've asked me about your past, Saturn. Imagine things I've told you about my past as a little kid. She knew about those things. And she said, let's talk about the dark room. And I was just like, no, you didn't go there. And then I'm like I started getting into it. Like, what else can you tell me? Like, I started feeling it. But that was way into the reading. All right. So, unfortunately, with all my love and condolences, I was on somebody else's chat. And yes, my girlfriend Casey was really upset about her animal. So she asked me about her dog. And while she asked me about her dog, while we're in a chat together, she said, what's going to happen with Buster? Is Buster okay? And I typed to her, well, she's at her house in a different state, and I'm in my house in Massachusetts. I typed to her, Buster's good tonight. Tomorrow's a different story. So Casey calls me. And then she asked me, well, what's going on with my dog? The dog just had to go to the vet. So I told her, give me a minute, and I do my channeling. Oh, I picked up the dog's energy. I felt bad for her dog, Buster. I was honest and I told her, I was like, are you sure you're ready for this? And she's like, yeah. I was like, your dog has severe stomach issues. Severe stomach issues. And then I told her, it's not just the stomach, the dog's heart is weak. And then I asked, is the dog in a lot of pain? Is the dog hurting? Oh, I got screamed at, yes. So I told her that too. The dog's in a shitload of pain. And I left it there for her. The vet called back, confirmed all three things I said to Casey. Well, this lady that I got a reading from today in Connecticut, states away from my home, states away from Casey's home, was like, what happened to the dog? She goes, what happened to the dog with you before you met this guy? And I'm just sitting back and I look at Casey like, yeah, what happened? There was a lot more other stuff that was personal, more family oriented, but I'm not going to go into every little detail. I got to have respect for, her situation, my own. But it was pretty intense, and she was like, I know the dog's gone. And then she says, do you know the dog's with your dad? And my eyes were just like, damn, because I've known the dog's with her dad. I haven't told her because I know it's very emotional. It's a good thing. It was a good day today. It was a very, very good day. This is where it's about to get good. I even asked her about something I've done recently online. I didn't explain what I did. I didn't even tell it was online. I told her I did something recently that after I did it, and I didn't say the word expose, but yes, I exposed the shit out of somebody. And I did not use that word. I said I did something recently, and it bugged the shit out of me the next day. Did I do the right thing? I mostly let her pick up on us. But then I'm like, I got a question. I gotta ask you this question. I just want to see what you have for me. This lady straight up tells me, yes, you did the right thing, but it might have come early for you. You might have done it early or not wanting to or not wanted to have to do it at all. Casey and me connected eyes, and I'm just like, damn, I'm glad we came here. If anybody lives near Connecticut and they want the information of that shop, if your mind is open or you're spiritually aligned with hearing the truth, I would recommend that shop. Oh my God, would I recommend that shop? But that also has to do with the fact that this, like, because I do this on the daily, this lady said things that have not transpired. And I didn't challenge them to see if they're going to happen. But when I left with KC, I said, you know something? There's a good chance the shit that was said could happen with how accurate she was. She knew I was a psychic. She, right off the gate, she was like, you're going through some changes, son. She was like, do you know about them? Are you ready for them? She was like, are you scared of them? And I said, no, I'm not afraid of them. And she was like, so do you know you're psychic? And I'm like, yeah. This was really tough. Now this, I'm not going to lie to anybody here. You need to hear this part. This was extremely tough because I have the utmost respect for people that are much older that have been, she's been doing it for 30 years. 30 years. That's a long time to be trying to give your energy to others and help others. And what she's been doing is trying to heal people. So while I'm trying to listen to what she has to say about KC and about me, I decide to do what I do here towards her. And while I'm doing that, this was sad to me. Like, I didn't tell the reader, and then the reader said it. It made me feel like thank God, thank God. But I still felt sad as shit. All right, so I'm sitting there in front of her, and I'm like, something told me to ask, are you happy? Is she happy? And I got, no, she's not happy. No, like cycles are not completed. She is not happy. It went from no cycles and she's not happy to I was like, okay, does she still want to be here? Like on Earth? I got no. This lady, Casey, saw this. You guys can ask her in any chat you go in. Casey was like, shit, when we left, because I told her the truth. I was like, Casey, I asked about a minute and a half before she said, I'm sick of this world and I don't want to be here anymore. And I was just like, holy shit. I did it a couple times, then I stopped doing it. What was her name? Verlene? Her name was Verlene. I picked up a couple other names around her. I didn't say anything to her because she was focused on KC and I didn't want to interrupt her. But I saw the letter V. And I'm like, why the hell am I seeing the letter V? After the reading, I paid the owner. We paid the owner for all the stuff we got. And then we said thank you to one of the retail workers, Cindy. And then KC was really ecstatic about her reading, threw a $20 tip. I knew people were waiting. She extended the reading because she liked the energy exchange between me, KC, and her. And she was really trying to help me, like let me understand a lot. Like she was excellent. And we walked out of that little room. And then I talked to the owner and I'm like, listen, what's the reader's name? After I said thank you to the other two. And she's like, her name's Verlene. And I'm like, well, can you give her this $20? I turn around and I'm like, no shit, why I heard the letter V. But I wasn't trying to tune in or channel too hard because I didn't want to miss what she's telling me or what she has to say to KC. But it's really cool to sit in front of somebody that does what you do and then see them do what you do. It's more of like a shock and awe moment when you're younger and you watch like a psychic talk to you, especially if it's shit that's already happened. But when you're sitting psychic with psychic and you know you're doing that stuff and they're hitting home with stuff and they're coming deep with it and then you can do it to them. Oh, it's fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was amazing. How you doing, Cookie Smith? I'm trying to think. I wanted to tell that lady that part I told you about the I'm sick of this world, that I'm feeling like you don't want to be here anymore. I wanted to tell her, but how are you going to tell somebody that's reading you that like they're telling me you don't want to be here anymore? The scary part is I'm not afraid of what I do. And before I ask those two questions, I'm very attached to the death side of things. I am. I pick up on when somebody's going to cross over or they're working their way to crossing over or they have crossed over. That area I'm very strong in. So I might have dabbled in those questions about that reader. Then I stopped myself because I'm like, well, I don't need her. If she's strong with her, um, if she's strong with being telepathic, all I'm gonna do is upset her. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't know if she's ready to hear that. But then I'm like, okay, let me ask a couple questions. And then the second question tells me about she don't want to be on Earth no more. And then she told us. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that shit. As long as I live, that'll stick with me. Let me show you guys some stuff we got. Oh, actually, let me see if there's anything I missed that's important. Is there anything else I should talk about?
Necklace.
Oh yeah, I'll show the necklace. But is there anything else I should tell them?
Tickets.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. I'll veer off the reader for a minute, and I'll, you know, Casey loves Kit Kats. She got her Kit Kats today from me. You didn't buy the large one of these. She was drawn to this, and this is good healing energy, especially it works towards the light. If you're not familiar with a stone like this and you want like something to keep energies high vibe, go with something like this. They're cheap. Very cheap stone. Casey was drawn to it. She bought it. Okay. My turn. She got some more stuff. I ain't showing all her stuff. That's all her stuff for her. But this right here, I had to update the chain because the chain was cheap. Pay more money for the chain. This is a meteorite from outer space. This is a very, very cool, and this thing's heavy as shit. It's a very, very unique tool, and it was well over $100. I like it. You'll see me wear this from time to time. I got me a new pendulum. Check this out. You see the new pendulum? This is a short boy pendulum. Now look at the image to hold the pendulum. Y'all see the kitty? It's my kitty pendulum. And then there's my new, clear quartz, jagged edge crystal. And this is the heaviest. This is the heaviest pendulum I own. I picked this up there today. Now, how I picked it, I was drawn to this stuff. I got more stuff to show y'all. Check this out. Casey even played with these. I don't know how she managed to do that. My hands are too big. I'd get frustrated. She bought these little tiny universal Rider-Waite tarot cards. And when I say tiny universal cards, I mean tiny. Look at my hand. Do you see the size difference there? That was some cool shit until she started pulling cards about me and her. And I mean, yeah, we're getting like the 10 of cups, we're getting like victory, and then we're getting like birth. And I'm like, stop pulling cards. Stop right now. Put those cards away. Hi, Elizabeth. She got me this awesome. It reminds me of Superman, reminds me of his kryptonite. Silver clear quartz stone. That's supposed to help somebody that practices psychic mediumship work. And every time I look at it, I get stuck at looking at it, especially if it's in the light. All right. Now the kitty. All right. So the kitty pendulum, I was really drawn into this one after this huge white clear quartz. But I was drawn into it because I'm a Leo. I like cats. I've had cats in the past, and because of a friendship reader that I really appreciate that loves cats as well. And I couldn't stop looking at the damn cat. So I'm like, it's going home with me. Kitty, you're mine. Then there's this Tarot Familiars. It's a tarot deck of all cats. One of my favorite colored cats is a black cat. This one's got yellow eyes. I like the black with the green eyes. Then I was drawn to this as well. Angel of Atlantis Oracle cards. So you'll be seeing me use these. These are going to be shown soon. Now this deck, I could not, this deck, I was like, it reminded me of a deck I already own. And then I looked at the cards on the back and I'm like, I already know it's going to resonate for people. Don't know how, I just know. So I bought it. This deck, I thought about a fellow reader, that's been great to me. And she's just really good at what she does, genuine and honest. And I like cats, so I'm like, I'm getting it. Bought. I'm even tempted not to open it and send it to her. I don't play with cards a lot, though, so I'll talk to her. If she don't have this and she wants it, it's hers. But this deck, this last deck, was the first deck. You ever been like at a store where there's some shit you really want and you walk over to it, you play around with it, you leave that area, but you work your way back over to it and you keep playing with that shit? That's what kept happening with this deck. And I could not leave without this deck. Out of all the decks, if I could only buy one, it was this deck. Messages from the Guided, transformation cards. I don't know what it was about this deck, but it was like I couldn't take my eyes off of it, or it was like I needed that deck. How's everybody's night going? How's everybody doing? I did say I was going to try to come on earlier the night before, but it is the Christmas season, ho ho ho, and I had plans, so. Can you all hit that like button? That like button's kind of looking scarce. I got 25 likes. I mean, I know it's late, but 30 is pretty good. Come on now. Look at that. Just from asking one time, because I've got lovely people up in this chat. I went up 6 people. Either somebody's tired or I got a lurker that keeps coming in out of this chat. Either keep your ass in or keep your ass out. Make your shit up. Make up your mind. You're in the lion's den. Don't mind me, guys. My throat is a little off tonight. It's a little off, which sucks. I don't feel sick or anything. It's just doesn't feel normal, so I'm eating Halls. How you doing, Aisha? Hi, Firebird. Hi, Heather. Hi, Tammy. So we could either get into some cards right now, or we could get into some yes or no questions with some pendulums. Oh, and by the way, that whole psychic thing I did today, a psychic reading I did with Casey where she was red, I was red. You know, the lady did an excellent job. Impressed the shit out of me. What I'm going to say about that, I was not afraid to bust my phone out to the owner. I didn't do it with the reader. The reader figured it out on her own. And that reader and the owner were the only two in the store that read. But I walked up to the owner after we've been talking for a while, and Casey's talking to the retail lady, Cindy. And Cindy's trying to sell whatever she can to Casey. Casey's like, well, I like this and I like this, you know, because they had a lot of nice shit in there. Well, I literally grabbed my phone while I'm putting my order together. And I said, here, I want you to listen to something real quick. I went up on YouTube, slid my phone on her counter, played my chart reading where it's like, if you want to, you can talk to the dead. Like you have that psychic ability to connect to the dead. Oh, yes. Know that I played that for her. Know it. And it was cool because she's been in business with that partner for 30 years. And as soon as she looked at the chart before, she only had like 20, 30 seconds. She started dissecting the shit out of my chart. She was like, Virgo Venus, you're very loyal when it comes to love. And she's like, Taurus Moon. I was like, yeah, rising too. And she just kept spitting things out. And she was like, okay. She was like, and then your eighth house. And then I was like, well, listen, because as she's saying that, it started talking about the eighth house. Very down to earth people, very nice. Yeah, very small shop in Connecticut, you know. Hold on, let me grab my wallet. I'm going to grab my wallet because if you're ever in Connecticut, can you pass me one of those cards? Thank you. This is the place. This is the place to go check out if you're ever in Connecticut. I don't know how well you guys can see that or if you can call that number. If you have an interest and you want to, go for it. I don't know if they only do in-house readings, but I believe they did like, was it 20-minute readings? It was like 20-minute, half hour, maybe 45 minutes and an hour. Now, and they weren't expensive. They were not crazy expensive. You could get an hour reading for under $100. Now, I'm going to be honest. You spend, I don't know, $15, $20, $25 on a 20-minute reading, you're wasting your time. as you hit about 20 minutes with a reader, most readers, not all, but most, that are sitting there sharing what they can get from what they hear or however they do it, what they smell, how they feel your energy, or what they see around your energy. I believe within about 10, 15 minutes of being with that reader in connection, it just builds. It just builds and builds. You build like a relationship, like a bond. You both become a little more comfortable with each other, unless you're very skeptical of the shit. It's the truth. I know it's the truth. Like, come on now. Like as far we can talk about me real quick. So she said to me, she was like, "You're afraid." She goes, "You're afraid." And I'm thinking, the hell is she talking about? I'm literally thinking, what the hell is she talking about? I ain't afraid of shit. But I recognized, because I do this for work, that where I'm going, I'm probably going to get scared here from time to time. She was picking up on something that doesn't scare me now, but as I progress, it might freak me out from time to time. And it was really cool because one thing she said to me, I wish Casey could be on here and like just be like, I could let her have the floor and just tell you so you don't hear it from me, you hear it from her. But she was like, whatever you're doing and how you're doing it, she said, just keep doing it. She said, because what you don't recognize is when you do it, you'll be helping about 10 or 12 different people at the same time in different ways, just from what you're saying, because it's meant for them to hear at that time. It made me feel really good. You know, I've said to my own family, I've said to Casey, if I can walk away and I helped one person, I did the right thing. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. I mean, obviously, I want to resonate with everybody or as many as possible. But if I can get to that one person, you know, I did something good. Aside from that, she talked about my son. She said shit to me that, oh my God, she was like, do you know about your son? And I'm sitting there like, yes, I know about my son. Because as I allowed to trust what I'm doing, I kept my eyes on my child. And it was like, I did that because I started seeing shit with him. And I was not having it. And she said, do you know about your son? And I'm like, shit. And she's the second psychic. I'd call her a psychic channeler. Probably, I'd even go as far as medium. Like the first one that I know, has a great heart. A lot of the people in this chat know who I'm talking about. H&G, Spirit Messages. I love her. I really do. She's an excellent, excellent psychic medium. But she told me the same thing way back when. She asked me, she said, do you know about your son? And I said, I figured it out about a week ago over the summer. And I was like, and I just shared it with somebody. And then she confirmed it. And now this lady's confirming it. So people can come up in here and be trolls and run their damn mouth, talk about this shit ain't real. They just haven't evolved or learned the lessons in life that they need to learn. You're going to notice when they come in my room, I'm either going to run them out, talk shit to them, or I'm going to laugh in their face. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with everybody here. It was important for me to get that off my chest, and it was a good feeling. I got told some more personal shit, and it even validated more inside of me to make me not feel like such a jerk. But at the same time, you know, whatever you do in life or how you do it, you can't always blame the other party. You got to take your part in, the other part and your part. There is no one person's right and the other person's 100% wrong. There can be this person's 90 and this person's 10. I'm sure it's rare as shit, but that's not how it happens. The biggest factor is owning up to your own shortcomings or miscommunications in a relationship. If you can own up to how you screwed up and see how the other person screwed up and allow it to be taking away from your energy and let it go, that's when you'll see the opportunity. That's when you'll see an opportunity possibly to move forward with that person. If that's what you're looking for, you have to release the energy. You cannot hold that shit. From experiences with helping people older than me in the past, before you two, you have to let go. Because if you don't let go, as much as you want to fix, as much as you want to fix or be in that relationship, you're potentially blocking yourself from something else that's meant to come in. Doesn't mean that's the case. Everybody lives a different life, a different path. Some people are meant to go back to that ex. Most people, they're so stuck up on that ex, they don't see Knight Rider over here coming up in that nice convertible top like, yo, I'm going to take care of you. You're going to be my princess. Because they're so stuck on, I don't know, what do we call this? Deadbeat Ted. Oh, check this out. Don't believe everything you think. That's for Casey. That's hers. I didn't buy that. That's hers. But if you're a Gemini, you know the Gemini mind. You guys run in circles with shit. You guys, you're quick and you think like this, precise, but you got this, and then you got this, and then you got this. You never know what's coming at you. Don't tell me I'm wrong. My dad's a Gemini. Great people. Great people. Very loving, caring, very hardworking. Not as relaxed as I am. He probably hates that I don't move my ass like he does. Sometimes I've even hated that I don't move my ass as much as he does. I'm like, damn, he's much older than me, but he's nonstop. Well, I got to tell him, calm down, slow down. At this time, going into 2020 and the end of December, everybody, it's wise to focus on that. I hope you all can see that very well. Focus on that patience, random kindness, senseless acts of beauty. Told me that lady reamed me out. I wasn't done. That lady told me she probably wanted to put her foot up my ass sideways. She told me, you know what you need, son? She said, I know what you want. I know you want to keep reaching. She said, you're gonna. She said, you don't know what's coming. She said, but it's coming. She said, it's going to be a lot more than you think. And I'm just sitting there like, tell me about it. Well, sure, than anything. She's saying that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, give me like a little bit of help. Give me something that useful. And she told me I need to practice patience a little bit more. She said, stay with the patience. She said, you've already been doing it, but practice it a little bit harder. And how do you tell a Leo or a Taurus, moon or rising, to be patient? If you can't be patient, not only are Tauruses like very goal oriented, like the money, the house of money, but it's one of those things where you want me to be patient, but I'm stubborn as shit. And as a Leo, I have no patience. I do have, Venus Virgo loyalty. It's a house of romance. It talks about how you love the other person, or could be within yourself. It's mostly about the other person. Usually is what it spits out. Not every. It depends where you're aligned and how you're aligned with this or that. But it was a good day, though. It was a good day. It was a very good day. I was highly impressed. So if you're ever in Connecticut and you don't want to spend a lot of money, and I would recommend to do this soon because they are a lot older. Go check this out. Go check this place out. And it was nice because if you let them know that you're into this stuff, line 1211777. Is there anything else you'd like to say up in this chat room? Is there anything else you'd like to say in my house? Good, maybe you got the hint. Thank you, Jen. Lion, why don't you smell my lion's ass, you son bitch? Don't come in here. Don't waste my time. All right, so if you guys are in Connecticut, where are we at? Groton? Groton, Connecticut. Go check this place out. I'm telling you, if you let them know you're spiritual, you hang out around the shop, they have a psychic up in there, you ain't going to regret it. I was pretty impressed with the owner when I showed her a little bit before the reading, and she started picking my chart apart in less than 20 seconds because I only showed her the phone very briefly, just to a specific part. And I'm like, here you go. And I said, it says more stuff, but I don't know what parts it's at. Tammy, we can talk. You can email me. If I need to get on the phone with you, I'll call you. It might be long distance, so we might have to do the email thing or Skype or something. I don't know if my phone does international calls without changing the plan. I used to work at Verizon, but that was years ago. Eleni, is it Eleni? How you doing? The female Taurus seem better. I'm just Taurus, Moon, and Rising. And I'm not going to knock a Taurus, a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Leo, a Pisces, an Aquarius, an Aries, a Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius,
Virgo.
Capricorn,
Virgo.
Virgo. I'm not going to knock any signs because every sign, you're going to have a bad experience with a sign. Doesn't mean you're going to have that same bad experience with somebody that has that sign years later. Yes, if you've dated a specific sign and you've had issues with that specific sign more than once, maybe you know not to mess with that sign anymore and move on to other signs. I had to learn the hard way. I was thick headed with that shit. And I don't judge or think any different, but I know that for whatever reason, Pisces signs are attracted to my sign the way my chart's set up. Dated a lot of Pisces in the past and it did not work out. Child's mother's a Pisces, my son's a Pisces. See what I mean? They're attached to me. Probably not every girlfriend, but at least 2 or 3 beforehand were Pisces. Not intentionally. And Lenny, that happens. People are going to waste your time. Don't dwell on how he wasted your time. Go out and find new times.
What are you eating?
I can't see your image, and I don't know if it's your real image, but if it is, I'm eating Kit Kat. If that's your real image, it don't look like you should have a problem going out and having a good time. You know? And then when he sees your ass out, he'll probably regret how he treated you. In my personal opinion, it'd be best if he didn't see you and you moved on and he was just like something you didn't even remember. Dust off the shoulder. I agree, Sandy Rose, and thank you for being here, Sandy Rose. Sorry, I'm playing with a rapper. I'm beating the hell out of that rapper. Hey, Spiritual Baddie, what's good? I was talking about how a lady much older than me read the shit out of me today at a shop. She did a good job. And I even asked her if I did the right thing without telling her what I did. And I waited till almost the end of the reading, but it was like, you know what am I not asking this question for? Like, I haven't asked shit. I've let her basically tell me everything. You know you have a good reader when they tell you stuff that's already happened in the past, things that are happening now, or they reach out towards the future.
Tell them about the time thing. Stop asking about the times. Like,
What?
time doesn't exist.
Yeah, she was right. She was like, I don't like getting asked. I don't either. I'm going to be honest. She was like, I didn't ask her. Casey didn't ask her, but I knew well enough not to ask. She was like, I can't stand when people ask me about time frames. She was like, time doesn't really exist with me. She was like, because I'm just going to give you what I can give you. Whatever happens now, 6 months, 2 years, it doesn't happen because the flow of the energy changes. When I was in the car and we left, I told Casey, I really like that she said that shit. I said, why do you think when people ask me about time and when, like, what day am I going to get back with this person? What month is it going to be? And it's like, what month is it going to be? Why don't you worry about, are you going to get back with that person? Don't just assume. I get it if you've been told you probably might get back with that person. But trying to put a time frame on something is telling yourself in your own mind that you want it to happen without even consciously realizing that it's like it's gonna happen, and I just got to see the month. You shouldn't do that. Now, if you're a reader, you probably understand what I'm saying. I'm asking the readers that are on this page right now, do any of you follow what I'm saying? You know, like, because I looked at Casey and I'm like, yeah, I can't stand that shit. That's just not easy to do. And one, I was like, it's not about what day, or I can guess a month or give you a month guess. I don't mind that once in a while. But when somebody wants specifics or thinks they're going to get specifics, I'm not saying it can't happen, because yes, it can happen. And no, I don't think it's a coincidence. You know, it does happen. But it's very rare that it's going to hit the money, because of energy and the flow of it changing all the time. And also, not just because of how energy changes, but due to the fact that free will's in play. You have free will, the other party has free will. So if I told you, okay, August 10th, 2020, you're going to be back with this person. If Joe goes out with Scotty on August 5th, and there's nothing but females around, and he wants to entertain one, and she likes him back, what the hell is going to happen to you come August 10th? He's going to screw it up, and he might be coming reeling towards you August 10th, maybe, possibility. Or he's going to start working that angle of that person he met when he was with Scotty. That's free will. Good night, Chaos. Thanks for coming in. Chaos, you're awesome. I appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I'm on my third Kit Kat. I got to stop eating these darn things. I never eat on here, but I'm like, you know, I'm going to eat some Kit Kats tonight. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Chaos. I didn't notice you felt sick till now. Chaos gone away. I hope you feel better. I met Chaos through an awesome reader that I know. And I learned that Chaos gone away is a damn good moderator. Hi, Aquasun. I feel if people hear a time of something, they can manipulate the outcome, and it may or may not work in favor of what's been told. That really depends, Aquasun. I would agree with that, but that does really depend. To me, that's more of like a childish energy. That's somebody that hasn't fully evolved, not spiritually, just in relationships, on a relationship base. And it's not like I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been in plenty of damn relationships. And they didn't all walk away from me. I think it's about 50-50. I might have 60-40 on that. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to all that shit. You can taste and feel the crunch. Those shits were good, guys. Those shits were bomb. I'm about to start making your nose tingle because I got a Blue Halls. Oh, hell yeah. Y'all probably going to be like, Leon, are you an asshole? I still haven't gotten done my holiday shopping. Every year I try not to do this shit last minute, and then I do it last minute. Really sucks. Hey, one of these years I'm going to learn. One year I started to do it correctly, and then I fell off. I completely fell off the ladder with that shit. And it was like the 21st or 23rd, and I'm like, oh shit, I still got to get for like 7 people. Yeah. I don't know who else in here is bad with that stuff, but I suck when it comes to holiday Christmas. I'm not that great at buying gifts for people, you know. I don't know what people want, so I struggle with it, and I'm sitting there like, I've done the gift cards. I'm going to do them again this year, but that shit gets old. And people kind of start picking up like, you don't even put no thought in this shit. So it's like, I got to do the right thing. Just go out there and, you know, make a couple long ass days of shopping. Oh, here's one other nice thing. KC got me this, guys. This stone is beautiful. You see that stone? This stone's supposed to help your psychic ability, your third eye chakra. That stone was not cheap.
To the back.
Huh?
Back of it.
Oh, let me show you the back of the stone. Got a beautiful tree on the back. Sterling silver, and the stone, it's called like meteorite. And then if you really look at the stone, it's hard to see because there's a little digs in the stone. Not that tree image on the back, but it looks like there's a freaking tree in the stone, and it looks intense in the sun. I'll be wearing this a lot soon. This one right here, the owner of the shop pulled this out. She pulled this one out, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, did she catch me looking at it? I don't think so. Then one similar to this, but not as nice, because this was expensive as shit. I held up in front of KC and the one around my neck. It was more like in a cage. Oh, and I asked her which one you like, and the owner that reads to, she liked this one. I could tell. I asked KC. I showed this one to KC, and that other one that looks caged and same color green as that, the rock. Now, when I did that, she's like, I like this one. And then I'm like, which one you like? And she points to the other one. I'm like, which one you like? She's like, no, I like that one. I'm like, okay, I like this one too. So I went with this one. And then I wasn't trying to be like a jerk, but I did sales for a long time. And I told the owner, I'm like, listen, I'm like, you see this one right here? The one that looked like this, but was in a cage. You could fit like 3 or 4 pennies in between that cage and that green rock. It was in there good, but there was a little part of it that was attached. Very, very, like smaller than a tack, than like the tip of a tack. That's what was holding it together. And I'm like, as soon as I put this on my dresser and that snaps, this is going to fall out. And she put it way up to her eyes, like looked at it for a minute, was like, "You're probably right." And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't want to, buy something that's expensive like that and it's going to last me 3 weeks." This stone is KC's. Oh, you went with the one I told you to go with. I didn't think you picked this one.
Yeah.
Did you? You got a bunch of them, didn't you?
Yeah.
A couple of them? No. No, she just went with this one. I thought she got more than one. But she was asking me this one or one that looked just like it. And she wanted a stone that helps with stress and keeps your nerves calm. So I told her, hold on a second. Let me see which one they're saying is for you. And it ended up being that one. They had another one. She didn't choose it though.
Did I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's really for calming down and anxiety. Not anxiety, but calming down. Was it what else was it? Calming down and what?
Just like
I don't remember what she said.
it's supposed to make me calm down. Focus.
Mm.
No, like focus for me.
Focus, focus, focus. All right, here we go. Thank you all for being patient. Somebody hit that like button for me. It'll be number 50. Good night, Jen H.
Good night, everyone.
Does anybody want a yes or no question answered? Good night, Cookie.
Cookie.
Good night, Saturn. If you're leaving, I can't tell who's leaving. I'm just gonna not say goodnight and just roll with it. Who wants to be the first one with this like 3-pound pendulum that I hope doesn't break?
Me. I did.
Leo Princess, ask your yes or no question.
I'll go the first one.
I got those other ones that were gifted to me. I'll use those on you or the kitty one. Hi, Phyllis. Glenn, good to see you. Yeah, you don't have to sit in the chat if you don't want to.
Just kidding.
I like that Z's, Crystal. I like I don't know how you do that. That's cool. All right, I'm probably like way behind, botched up the question that was supposed to be answered. Let me check this out. I think it was Leo
Chad.
Princess. Sorry for all the sound with my mouth. Hey, good night, Chad.
Aw, Lavender says you look way better.
I really can't. Where's Leo Princess at? Okay. Here we go. Will my Capricorn and I be in a relationship? This is for Leo Princess. Will my Capricorn and I be in a relationship? Will Leo Princess and the Capricorn be in a relationship? Yes or no? No or yes? Hey, one of your mini cards are on the ground so you don't lose it.
Show them. Take them out. Show them.
Grab it so I can show it to them.
That's the Joker.
I'll show you guys the mini cards in a second. They're like wicked mini.
Wicked mini.
This is for Leo Princess. You're going to get a yes, Leo Princess. Will Leo Princess be in a relationship with a Capricorn? That's a big ass yes. And I just learned something using this. I didn't have much energy in it when I went to the store. I did try them out. They answered my questions, but they took a little bit of time because they weren't used to me. And it's only been hours since I've had these. As soon as I tried to answer the first question here, this thing wanted to answer before I could try to get the answer. Before I even tried to answer it. That's going to be a good stone.
Open the cards, the little ones. The little cards.
What?
The little cards.
Oh yeah. Let me show you guys the tiny tarot.
They're really cute.
Yeah, they're like wicked. I mean, I've seen small tarot cards. Like these are small tarot cards. But you want to see real small? Look at that and look at that. They're probably like, what the hell is he holding up? Is that a stamp? It's like that ain't a tarot card. That's a stamp.
Tarot card stamp.
Unbelievably tiny.
That's not what she said.
Pretty cool though. Pretty cool though. And she was playing with them earlier. I couldn't believe she figured out how to shuffle these cards. I would have been like, yeah, I give up. Would have just been a little too hard for me. Aqua Sun. I mean, these things are. I could fit these in my pocket. I know females got small pockets.
Use a good guy. Show.
But these.
For comparison. Show
Probably good. But these, the little male pockets that like are on top of the big pocket, I could definitely fit those in that pocket.
It's me. Queen of Swords.
That's crazy. I thought it was pretty unique that somebody took the time to do that. Probably making a killing on these damn things. I should open a shop and be like, I will read you. People come into that shop and I'm just like, you are going to be the King of Pentacles. You've worked very hard to get there. You knew what to do.
They're so small.
You're done with feeling left in the cold.
This is the funniest reading ever.
You got rid of that stamp-size attitude. Somebody's going to take you away from this damn reading because you're like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Like, what is he playing with? Something my son plays with? Those look like Legos. Okay. Thank you all for coming out so late night. I was talked into coming on.
Jen. And Jen
I was going to go to bed and come on tomorrow. And I was like, you know what? Maybe people will show up. So I am so happy that you all showed up. If y'all didn't know, it was nice to put a little thumbnail up, talk about the experience of today, and then have you all show up. I greatly appreciate that.
It was fun.
Made my night, my late night, early morning.
See what?
I can't hear you with headphones in.
No, it was fun today, right? He was
Yeah,
like
it
a
was
Tim
good.
and Candy store. Or it's like
It was a good day. We had a great day. It was freezing out here though. So I asked Google, "What's the weather, Google?" After I went outside to start the car. Whoo, this morning. Google's like, "It's 20 degrees outside."
I'm here, Tammy.
I come in to tell her it's freezing outside. I mean, beyond freezing outside.
Hey, Queen of Water.
I said it's 20 degrees. I said it's probably 20 degrees or 22 degrees. I said around that number. And then I said it feels like 9 degrees.
Yeah, I didn't feel
Word for
fine.
word, I told her it feels like 9 degrees outside. I Googled it in front of her. And they're like, the wind chill makes it feel like 5 degrees. And I was like, I gave them 4 more degrees of credit. That's how cold it is. Janidra, or Jan, I can't really pronounce your name correctly. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. It's 1 degree here. You better keep your ass inside. I ain't playing. That talks about like pneumonia all day long.
Myra, you can have a cold.
I can't wait for winter to end. I like a snow, play with your kids or friends, have a snowball fight once or twice a year. But once it hits once or twice a year, that cold shit's gotta go.
Yeah, no, Tammy, no. I don't understand.
Now, a lot of people would disagree, but I live somewhere where it's cold the majority of the year. My warm time is a little bit of spring if I'm lucky, if I have a spring, and summer. And summer is not that long. But I'm not kidding. Like we'll get snow sometimes till like April. We've had snow into May. It is rare, but we have.
You need a drink?
If you lived up higher than I live, like New Hampshire or Maine, they have snow sometimes till June. Thank you. I'm all good with that. I would not want to deal with that. All right, I only answered one question. Anybody else got a yes or no question that would like it answered? What do you mean, Jan? What are you trying to? What do you mean you don't know if you should stay or go? Give me a little more insight, and I'll do what I can for you. All right, spiritual baddie. Hopefully, I didn't skip somebody. Yeah, anybody that's living with nice heat right now, I don't envy anybody, but I kind of envy your weather.
Myra, no.
Oh, just a little bit. Yeah, just when you get a second, Marie, drop your question, hun. Oh, Roxy,
Roxy, we're coming.
what I would
Sit
do
down.
for 70 degrees right now.
Let's go.
Kendall, that's awesome. It's so cold here that I could go to a state like Florida, where if it's like 40 degrees, I could have like a sleeveless or a tank top on, and they'd have long sleeves on. Like, look at that guy, he's nuts. I'd be like, you kidding me? 10 more degrees and I'm getting a tan. I'm being a little exaggerated, but you get it.
Jenny just posted a question.
Okay, is Marie going to be in a committed relationship 2020?
Myra, go time frames.
You're going to be the first one to use the kitty pendulum. This is probably the lightest one I have. I don't want it to answer without me. Is Marie going to be in a relationship in 2020?
You probably have no voice today.
Is Marie going to be in a relationship in 2020? It's a yes. Is Marie going to be in a relationship in 2020? I don't think it's going to be the beginning of 2020, though.
Do you want me to sing for you, Roxy?
That's the strangest shit. Hold on. That's some weird shit. Hold on. Did somebody want to come towards Marie in the beginning of 2020? Did somebody want to come towards Marie in the beginning of 2020?
Delaney, I love you.
I literally just got that feeling like somebody wanted to come towards you. Will somebody come towards Marie in the beginning of 2020? Yes or no? Yes or no? Show me a yes or a no. Yes or no. It's going to be like if I had to give you a time frame, and no, I don't like doing that shit. August is the early month, but it's probably September or October.
Hey, Queen of Water, you
Or something strong with commitment. Like it gets, whoever you're dealing with, it gets off the ground heavily by October. The easiest way to tell you is I heard the word fall.
I got something to say.
Hold on, I'm going to switch pendulums. Just give me a second. What?
I love your subscribers. They're being so nice to me. They're saying I sound skinny and I'm beautiful.
Okay. They know you love them. Will it be after the summer that Marie meets somebody?
Aw.
The energy I have now, will it be after the summer that Marie meets somebody? No or yes? This is for spiritual baddie. No or yes? Yeah, I don't know why I get that, why it's going to be this fall. And as I did that, I really felt the need to tell you that somebody was, it might be somebody else, but somebody was trying to come towards you towards the beginning of 2020. I'm going to ask more questions. Hold on.
Hi, Luda. Hi, Phyllis. Hi, Roxy.
There is a good chance somebody could still try to communicate with you that you know from your past in the beginning months of 2020. I don't think if that happens, you're going to give them the time of day. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but if somebody tries, I don't see you giving them the time of day. I see you maybe thinking about it, but not doing it. Now I wonder if that's going to happen. That makes me wonder like a son of a bitch. It just came so quickly, and I'm like, okay. Maybe it is the same person. I'm not asking these questions, but whatever energy it is it the same? Hold on, I'm going to ask. I want to know. Is the beginning the same as the fall?
Luda, I got you.
You might just be busy at the beginning of this upcoming year with something. Because there's a good chance that somebody, there's a good chance, what I'm hearing is there's a good chance It's somebody, it's the same person. This is for Marie. The person that from the beginning of January, like the first 4 or 5 months, it's like 3 or 4 strong, but
Are you holding it upside down?
yeah, I'm holding this damn thing upside down because I'm trying to think of the time frame and focus. I'm not even paying attention. How you like that?
You're not focusing.
Well, I'm focusing without looking at the tool. I'm doing it another way. This is the same person. The person in the beginning of 2020, when the first quarter and towards the last quarter. Is it the same person for Marie? No or yes? No or yes? No or yes?
Yes.
It's a yes. I feel the need to tell you, Marie, if you're on to something strong in 2020 and you don't want to be distracted, don't, but make sure you express yourself correctly because there will be a comeback. And I mean, at any point in time, you guys can change that for what's good for you. I just feel like you're going to be focused on something heavily and you're not going to want to deal with it,
Maria's my girl crush.
or it just might not go anywhere.
No.
Like in the first
Yep,
3 or 4 months.
good.
I'm listening.
Huda Adams had a question.
You think I might be picking up on a Cancerian energy? We're going to answer Huda in 1 second. Am I picking up on a Cancerian? This is for Marie. Marie's answered a lot of questions for me, so I'm definitely going to pay it forward. Am I talking about a cancer? Is this a cancer for Marie? No or yes? Yes or no? Can you give me an answer here? Is it a cancer?
Shaking.
It's going back and forth. It's a yes.
Yay.
I didn't want to answer. I didn't look at it. If it was shaking, that's meaning usually other entities trying to interfere with what the hell I'm doing. I fought through it though. Oh, I'm gonna answer Huda Adams in one moment. One thing that's really weird about doing this stuff, like one thing that's honestly really weird about doing this stuff, is when you have somebody read you that doesn't know you at all. Like you drove to another state and you have someone do it. Showed up at the shop and then you hope you get a good reading. That lady said something. There was so much, and I'm trying to record everything in my mind of what she had said. But she was literally like, I'm losing my train of thought on what she said. Son of a bitch. Huh?
What? Which were you?
I'm trying to think of how she said this because it was really good. It wasn't the part where she was like, you just know what to say. I think I already brought that up.
I was like, no, without knowing.
I said that to her. Yeah, that part.
Oh, listen, like, don't second guess. It's like,
it wasn't that I was going to tell them. Like, I can bring that up. She was basically saying you need to listen in a little stronger. Don't second guess. She said, when you hear what you hear, just say it because it's the truth and it needs to be said.
it could be sounding crazy to you, but it's like what people need to hear.
She said, it might sound crazy to you, but it's exactly what needs to be heard. And I've done some personal readings recently where I've watched everything she said happen.
Oh my God, sir.
So it's been pretty wild. But that wasn't where I was going with this. Damn it. She said something I wanted to share with you guys. She said so much that I'm struggling to remember every little detail. You're welcome, spiritual baddie. Anytime. Anytime, honey.
Myra sent you PayPal.
Thank you, Myra. If you have a question, I'll check the PayPal in a second. But trying to remember what this nice lady said to me. She was just like, Oh, I'm starting to get it. Hold on, it's coming back. It's coming back. Yes. Um, it wasn't about the word about the trusting thing. She was just like, no, I'm not getting it. I thought I had it. This is ridiculous.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'll answer a question and then I'll go back to it and see if I can remember what it was. I might not get off till I answer what it was because it's driving me nuts.
I'm going to bed.
Okay. Who had a question?
Huda Adams.
Huda Adams, if you're still here, you want to ask that question, yes or no? Kind of looks like doesn't it look like a rabbit's paw? Like a Lucky Charm rabbit's paw? I didn't realize that till tonight.
You just got it. It's like a Christmas slate. Nick said mean things to Huda.
Nick said, did Nick mean the awful things he said about him and not being compatible?
Oh, no.
That sucks, Huda. Hold on. This is for Huda Adams.
Oh my God, Sonny. So much easier typing than talking than, you know what I mean?
He didn't mean it, Huda Adams. I'm glad to tell you he didn't mean that shit too. Was Nick just caught up in the heat of the moment? Was Nick just caught up in the heat of the moment? No or yes? And for me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I really thought it wasn't gonna say no. He wasn't caught up in the heat of the moment. He was being an asshole, and he meant it. I really thought the opposite. But no, he didn't mean it. He was caught up in the moment, and Nick's stupid ass needs to apologize. I'm sorry. I know you might like the guy, but he should apologize. That's ridiculous.
Send him this video.
I don't like that. I hope he does apologize.
Eleni said she needs.
Thank you for waiting for that question.
Eleni said she needs a ring ASAP.
Who?
Eleni said she needs a ring ASAP. I was thinking about you getting on one knee.
Jane has a question. Jane, drop your question.
Oh, answer. Oh, April.
April?
Yeah, she wants to know, will she get a job of February of 2020? Don't ask about time frames.
Will I get a job? They can hear you.
I know. I can hear you.
Okay. Will I get a job February 2020?
Not you, April.
I'm probably going to need a job come February. April, will I get a job come April? I mean April. I'm saying April. And shit, I mean February. April, you got me all confused and shit. Don't ask me about months when your birthday's April.
So confused.
Or your name. I can't even say shit correct. You fucked me all up.
Congrats. Any other questions?
Will I get a job February 2020?
Well, April.
Will April get a job
Soon.
February of 2020? Will April get a job February 2020?
Murray, you're my girl crush.
I don't think it'll be the month of February. Will April get a job in February 2020? Will she be working in February? Will that be the month she gets a job? April. I mean, will April get a job in February? You're confusing the shit out of my pendulum, April. My pendulum's sitting here like, well, what is it, February or April?
February will get a job in April.
I'm getting no for you, April.
Eleni, is she gonna get engaged?
I swear, if somebody comes in here with the name May, I'm gonna block your ass.
Or June?
You come in here with the name June, your ass is blocked as well. Get that shit out of here.
April, May, and June. People to change their names.
I'm just playing.
Good luck, April. April will really call
Will
you,
April get a
actually.
job before? Hold on, I want to give her one more question.
Myra.
Well, April, I gotta just focus for a second. Will April get a job before February 2020? There's a good chance you could get a job in January. April, that's probably why you got a no for February. But you can't do nothing. You got to make that happen. January looks pretty good for you. Will April have a good opportunity for work in Will April have a good opportunity for work in January? No or yes? No or yes? Would it be January 2020? No or yes for April?
Wow.
Would it be January 2020? No or yes? Can you show me a no or yes for April? That's a yes. You might need to either, if you've put your feelers out or if you're looking for a new career, January could be a good month if you put your foot down.
Indeed.com. Answer Eleni. She wants to get engaged.
And I think it's more towards like the second or third week for some reason. Ask who what?
Ask who what?
You said something about a ring.
Eleni. May I ask, will David and I get engaged in 2020?
I hope he's not a Taurus, Eleni. I'm gonna tell you no if you say he's a Taurus. I ain't even gonna pick up my pendulum. I'm just gonna say no. Next.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm just kidding. Shh, they know I'm playing. She's like, why do I watch this fucking
know.
asshole?
Should all be sleeping. Yes or no? No or yes? Answer.
I'm working. I don't work. I work at my own pace. I don't rush you when you work.
Oh, snap. Like that pendulum? Wrap it around your neck.
Will David and I get engaged in 2020?
Eleni. Might you.
I know. I don't have to say her name out loud, honey.
Clarifying the question. I'm never gonna go on live again. Give me a pendulum, I'll do it.
David, I'm not just using the pendulum. Will David and Eleni get engaged in 2020? Yes or no? Will they get engaged in 2020? Yes or no? It's gonna be a no. Could be a maybe. Will David and Eleni get engaged in 2020? Will David and Eleni get engaged in 2020? Yes or no? Can you show me an answer, please?
That's like an iceberg. Use a smaller one. It's too big.
I didn't want to answer the question. I really didn't want to answer the
Maybe
question.
it needs to be a surprise.
We'll try one more. We'll try this little guy.
Yes, Marie, I'm triple Gemini. And Marie's my girl crush, just so you know.
Will David and Eleni get engaged in 2020? Yes or no? Yes or no? Will David and Eleni get engaged in 2020? Holy shit.
So yes.
No, I asked a different question. Eleni, you guys might not get engaged, but if you're dealing with him in 2020, you might get pregnant.
Why look at me?
Because I heard that word like loud as day, like pregnant. So that's why you saw that thing start to say yes. It's because I heard the word, so I questioned the question.
Can I make an announcement?
He's a Virgo, so he's the cousin of a Taurus.
Stop with the Taurus hating.
I'm just kidding. I'm Taurus, Moon, and Rising.
I love you, Marie.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
So just an announcement. You'll notice that Leon is not smoking tonight. Hold your applause.
Yes, please hit that like button before I end up on the 7 o'clock news.
I don't look good in orange.
Why did you do it, son?
Gemini. Triple Gemini.
She wouldn't let me smoke any cigarettes.
Hi, Rob. Will Casey ever get her voice back? He's loving this too, that I can't talk.
Eleni, talking about that Virgo, you just be careful. Because if you guys are doing the dippity dippity, you might, something could happen. Because when I asked that question, there's no reason I should have heard that other word. That question I asked had nothing to do with that other word. But when I heard that word, it tells me like, maybe they want me to tell her that's probably what's going to happen in 2020.
She's waiting until she gets married.
I've heard that shit before.
Like me. Thank you, Roxy. Great point.
How you doing, Evergreen?
Dippity dippity from hippie.
I appreciate that, Roxy. I really appreciate that. Saying hit the like and sub and share button.
No, she said, can we please say hello?
We have a great community up in this chat room, and there's a great community in many other chat rooms. We're on our own little community going on right now. If you come up in here, please be nice and like say hi, or if new people come in and you feel like extending your hand to say hi to them, go for it. If they say some dumbass shit and you're blue, block them. Thank you and Merry Christmas. Obviously, you can tell it's early as shit here and I need some sleep. Can you grab my jacket? Because I got new pendulums in there. I was gifted some pendulums, so I'm going to grab those.
Put me to work here.
The kitty is getting put up.
What?
The kitty pendulum.
What's that button? I thought you meant the lion.
That's your jacket.
Oh. Don't we share everything?
Thank you. All right. Here we go. It hasn't been too bad lately with trolls. A couple here and there.
Can we do a name the lion contest?
So a friend of the family. Oh, hold on one second.
Yeah, you go first.
A friend of my family, probably should have taken him out of this bag. It's sitting in my pocket for days. You guys all know her. She comes in the chat. Look at this. She bought me a pretty little pendulum.
Thank you, Karen. Not me. Right?
Beautiful white light pendulum. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm kind of colorblind. It's really dark in this room. I don't know what color this is. It looks orange. What color would y'all call that? If you can see it. I know it's kind of dark.
Orange. Yeah.
And then she got me this nice tiger eye one.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Should I walk away from my Sagittarius because I'm a Pisces trying to give him a chance? Jane, we're going to use the... It sounds like I'm opening a Kit Kat, but we're opening a pendulum.
I think it's really Kit Kat.
Jane, you might want to get in the cabinet and grab a Kit Kat for this answer.
Jen left.
I said Jane.
Oh. Distracting.
A little bit. Not that bad.
Show them the lion. We have name the lion contest.
We'll do that next. All right, because Jane's been waiting for this answer.
Yeah. Jane, you're up.
I got to go up and read it. I can't even open my Kit Kat in peace.
Should I walk away from my Sagittarius? I'm a Pisces.
Thank you.
I'm trying to give him a chance. Should Jane walk away from my Sagittarius?
Jane's a Pisces.
Surprise.
Should Jane the Pisces walk away from the Sagittarius? Should Jane the Saggy? No, wait a minute. Jane the Pisces. Damn.
Should Jane the Pisces
walk away from the Saggy?
Yes.
We live together. So you mean to tell me he's watching this shit in another room? Come on now. What kind of questions are these? I'm just kidding.
Don't come in the chat.
I'm just kidding. He probably is watching, making me feel awkward as shit. No, I'm just playing. Did you really just say yes, he's watching?
No, she said yes in the same room or in the same house.
You better also say he doesn't practice voodoo. I'm going to pretend like your question never existed. I'm just playing.
How do we answer it?
I'm about to answer
That'd
it.
be fun.
Should the Pisces Jane walk away from the Sagittarius? No or yes? Should they end their relationship? Should she move out? Should Jane move away from the Sagittarius? Yes or no? Yes or no? Please give me an answer they can all see. Should she move away from the Saggy? Yes or no? That's a no, Jane. But I was ready to tell you yes just to start some shit. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sit down. Thank you for waiting patiently. She's like, I can't believe I waited all this time to listen to that answer. This guy's something else.
It's under a Kit Kat.
Oh, I've had enough Kit Kats. I'm not a big chocolate guy. I'll do like the mini chocolates here and there. But
You ate more than I did.
yeah, I did eat more than you did, but you kept throwing them at me. So I'm not going to say no if it's thrown in my face. I mean, at a certain point, I will.
We're back. Name the line.
Jane. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to move out. He keeps saying I belong to him.
Does he have any Leo in his chart?
What?
Nothing? I can watch this all day.
April, hey.
No, don't cry, Jane.
Jane, how did, like, you need to communicate with that person. You really need to communicate with that person. And if they treat you like shit, leave. But if you leave right now, you probably, like, you answered the question for yourself. I heard that. I should have said something. I don't like to put people's shit in the street, but you would probably end up SOL with nowhere to go.
She
I
said we talk all the time. He lies all the time.
so okay. So he's lying. Your best move, Jane, is to figure out how to change the situation you're in if you're not happy. Build from the ground up somewhere new, but be silent about it. That's what you need to do. But I would not recommend you leave or move out because I don't see you getting a place. I see your ass being out in the cold. You're going to be the Five of Pentacles, freezing your ass off. I wouldn't do that. Probably having to go right back in, and it's just going to cause more chaos. Would she have a living issue? Would Jane have a living issue if she moved out? Would she have a serious living issue? No or yes? Would Jane in the chat have a serious living issue? No or yes? No, 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 or yes? Most likely, Jane. So just be careful with what you decide. I'm not reading the comments. If the person's abusive or whether it's physically, mentally, you should know to get out. Look for a shelter to go to if you have no friends and family to go to. But I'm going to be honest. If you're dealing with something like that and you're weighing it out with you just can't get along with somebody and you're not looking at it like, well, what's in my best interest till I fix the situation? Be careful because it's a slippery slope and you don't want to be stuck having to build from the ground up with nothing. Especially if you've got no friends or family there.
Michelle, yes.
Yes, Michelle, I do. It's crazy that she said that too, because it's like,
yeah,
I've been told today, like, you just need to trust what you hear. And I heard, like, you'll end up in the cold, like, she'll end up in the cold. And it's like, I don't want to tell somebody that in the chat. It's more of a personal question. He is a narcissist. I don't want to get pregnant. Jane, all I could tell you is try to focus on how to change your environment. And that starts with you. No one else can change it but yourself. There's nothing I can tell you here that's going to change it. You're the one that's going to change it. You know, and sometimes it's not that easy off the start, but if you think you'll be that much happier going in that direction, go for it. I would never tell anybody to stay in a violent situation, whether it's domestic, mental, you know, emotional. I would not put up with that shit. I've literally had to walk away from places I lived so I didn't get in trouble because of that shit with somebody I loved. And I'm like, I can't do it. Nope, I'm not sitting in a cell. I'm like, nope, that ain't happening.
That lady said that she could not do this.
I think I'm starting. Well, she was talking about that lady doing something nice. Oh, I want to remember what that lady told me, everyone. I want to tell you all.
What part, like technology?
It wasn't the technology part that I was impressed with. It wasn't that. I don't know. I start to get it and I lose it. I'm going to get offline, and then when I get offline, I'm going to remember what I want to say. That's what's going to happen. What part it was? Huh?
We'll call her.
Yeah, we'll phone her.
Maybe she's watching. Hi, V. Love you long time. What was it? Roxy.
It was around where she was talking about asking me about like the trust thing and all that stuff. It was a little after that. I just don't remember what the frig it was. It's driving me crazy. But I was like, ooh, when she said that, I was like, okay, makes sense.
Oh yeah, I think I wait. Yeah, you're like that. You're on point. Oh, your parents?
No, not the parents. Not the parents thing. Yeah, see, she said a lot. This lady said a lot to her, Casey, and to me. So I'm trying to remember like the things that were like, woo, big time.
But you being quiet.
No, because I already knew that. You want to hear what she said to Casey?
No, you really don't.
She doesn't want me to tell y'all.
But we're shutting down. Have a good night.
She doesn't want me to tell y'all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I forgot that the lady said this, but it's because I've already said this to her. I think it might not have been exact. I'd have to ask
I don't
Casey.
talk about what?
The quiet thing.
Oh yeah, but you're.
So I basically told Casey, it's when I'm quiet, you got to worry about me. I said, it's when I'm quiet. I've said this before. I said, it's when I'm quiet that, or just let me be. That's when you either worry about me or just let me be and do my own thing. And the lady was like, yeah, let him, like, I didn't say anything to the lady. The lady was just like, let him be when he's quiet. And she's like, and just so you know, he is picking up on you. And it's not so much when I'm quiet, it's more or less if I'm quiet, I've probably already done it. And I knew that. So I was like, damn, this lady's good. She was like, you have a voice and you like to talk. She was like, but when you're quiet, and it shows. She was like, it shows for a reason.
I'm never quiet.
You're never quiet.
We're never quiet.
Well, online, I'm never quiet. I'm here engaging with all these fine people.
Engaging.
Lenny, it would be creepy if it'd be creepy to me if I hadn't dealt with a lot of other creepy things or things that should be creepy but that aren't creepy.
It wasn't a fear thing.
No, it wasn't that thing. It wasn't that. No, because that when she brought up the fear thing, unless I heard her wrong, when she brought up the fear thing, I was like, that's got to be something I haven't dealt with yet.
Abundance coming in California, Vermont.
No, that was you, California, Vermont. She was like focused on you.
Oh, your grandfather.
Oh shit, that wasn't it either. But I'm gonna tell them. Oh, if you haven't hit that like button, hit the like button.
Yeah, this is a really good start.
Please hit the like button. So this lady, so this this psychic lady that's very very old.
Say that.
She's tired of this life and she wants to live on the other side. And I did pick that up on her, and then she said it. That was a little freaky. It made me not want to keep picking up things about her. I felt bad for her. But I was still trying a little bit here and there because I wanted to give her a good message for doing what she did. Instead, I just gave her a tip. I gave her a nice fat tip. But she was literally like, do you know who's around you? And I'm sitting there like, Casey's around me. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't act stupid like that.
You
But
did. I love it.
I did.
Nice.
I might have looked at Casey, but she was like, do you know who's there? Who's helping you? She was like, it's your grandfather.
Your dad's.
And she was like, it's on your father's side.
That's like your
She had some skills, huh?
That's your go-to person when you
That's the go-to guy I go to. She picked that up. I was so impressed. It's not the first time, probably the last time I'll hear that. I heard that from somebody else who had told me and was just like, yeah, that's who it is.
So good night to April.
Good night, April. And that was impressive because they both said a lot of similar things. All right, so the first person was a little more on point with him.
Oh yeah, Myra set up PayPal.
I'll check the PayPal, Myra. I'm sorry. The first person that read me was a little more on point with or just connected stronger, I feel, with who I connect with. Helen H and G Spirit messages. Just so you know. This lady connected really well with me and like my parents that are still alive. I got messages from my past as a kid. And that was just like, wow.
And your sister?
Oh, she picked up on my older sister too. That was intense. She was like, "Do you have a sibling?" And I'm like, "Yes. I have two, but I didn't tell her. I kept quiet
Yeah,
as much as I could.
and open up.
Casey would give up a little bit too much here. I almost wanted to kick her foot, like, stop it. But I'm like, hey, I let her have her fun. And she gave Casey the treatment in the beginning.
What do you need?
A Halls. I'm gonna run out of them. She talked about people that she missed and that that they're there and they love you.
My
All right, I'm gonna check PayPal real quick. Just bear with me, everybody. I want to see. I think Myra had a question and she's been waiting a hot minute.
What was that?
I still can't believe I don't remember that question. Not even question, what she said.
What was it about?
That doesn't help me, you asking what it's about. If I don't remember it, you saying what's it about? It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
Was it about you? Was it about
I think it was about what I'm doing. I think it had something to do with what I'm doing. No, not that she picked up that I was doing something either with like film or a microphone, not that.
Yeah, you guys were like doing some psychic talk at the end. Was that at the end?
Myra, did you have a question? Hi, Intuitive Virgo Queen. If you're just now coming in the room, please hit that like button. There's going to be a lot of people that don't understand in this video, and they're going to hit that dislike button.
I don't understand this video.
It might take a while, but it'll probably happen. And no, I don't channel everything I say, so I could be wrong there, but just in case I'm not, please hit that like button. It's just like when you get on that plane and they're like, please fasten your seatbelt.
Never been on it.
It's important, just like that like button. I've been on a plane.
Oh.
My ears popped and everything. I hated that.
Before you forgot?
Man, it was driving me crazy. I want to share with them what was said. It was quick and simple. She said something.
She said a lot.
Blew my mind.
She talked about the time.
I think I told them about my kid.
Time.
It had nothing to do with time.
Your son?
No, I already told them about him. I already told them about the baby. And no, I'm not going to tell them about you know who. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not doing that. All right, I'm about to throw in the towel with trying to remember. If I remember after I get off tonight, what I'll do,
You were talking about your mom, like how you got with the table and
No, it wasn't that. No, we talked about so much. We've probably brought up everything but that one thing. Because I think I'm running out of things that we talked about, and it's going to push to what you talked about.
well, it's gotta be all about you.
Well, let's talk about what you talked. What did she say to you?
This is your life. This is your life.
We're going to spill some tea on
Casey,
what was said about KC.
no spilling tea on Casey.
Oh, people are starting to jump up in here. They want to hear this shit.
10,000 new subscribers.
All right, so
Wait, what are you about to say?
work was one thing. Thank you, Steph. Funny.
Stephanie? What did I say?
I say that right, Stephanie? I tried. Those are shoes. Every time I look at that, I think like I'm looking at a sandwich. It's like this small image, and I think like she's got like this weird like BLT in front of me. Okay. Albert and I meant to be get together. This is for Steph. Stephanie and Albert meant to be together. Steph, are you and Albert meant to be together?
That's Stephanie D.
Are you and Albert meant to be together? Yes or no? No. Are you and Albert meant to be together? Yes or no? Can you show me a yes or a no for Steph and Albert? Yes or no? Can you show me a yes or no for Steph and Albert? I'm sorry, Steph, but that's a no. And just because, I don't know, something's telling me to double check that. Are Steph and Albert meant to be together? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Sure, Lauren.
Are Steph and Albert meant to be together? Yes or no? I don't know how well you guys can see that. Are Steph and Albert meant to be together? It's dark in here. Yes or no? Can you give me an answer? Yes or no? Yes or no?
It's not moving. Is it a yes?
No, it's a small oval, counterclockwise.
No.
I don't think so, Steph.
Lauren, what's your question?
I don't like when I have to give shitty answers. I really can't stand that. You're welcome, Steph.
Oh, I know what it is. You guys were talking.
Now that was like I was like a question, Steph, where there was like no rule of thumb. So that could have been reaching. You might be with him now. It might not be. But if you're with him now, that could have been reaching for way down the road. Like, are you supposed to be with him then? I don't know why I felt the need to tell you that. I'm going to ask the pendulum. I don't know what it's going to say. I'm not even going to try to question it. I'm just going to let it tell me. Was that for later on for Steph, or was that for now? If it was for now, I don't know how I want to ask this. Was that for later down the road for Steph? No or yes? The answer for Steph, was that for later down the road? No or yes? Yeah, that's probably why I felt the need to tell you. It might not have been a message for you as of right now. But as time went on, whether you're entertaining him or were to, it probably wouldn't last.
Squanduli has an interesting question. I am so glad I caught you online. Can you please tell me how Peter, Libra, is feeling about me, Leo, at the moment? 329, Squanduli.
I seen him. I see the person now.
He sees you.
1 second, Squanny. I mean, Squanduli.
Oh my god, that made me cry.
What's that?
Intuitive Virgo Queen said he passed before we could ever come out. And remember she brought up about my dad and my dad left him.
I'm missing some deep shit here. So give me a second. Squanny or what was the name?
Squanduli.
Squanduli. Give me a second here. I want to see what was just said.
Does Leka when you're saying have any messages from me? I want to know if he truly loved me. He passed before we could ever come out of what we've been through.
Give me a minute, Intuitive Virgo Queen. We'll get back to that question. All right, now
Squanduli.
I'm looking for the name.
Sign of Peter, Libra.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. I just want to read the question again. It makes it easier. I'm so glad I caught you online. Can you please tell me how Peter Libra is feeling about me, Leo, at the moment?
Oh, it's in. 333.
I think you're going to get lucky and you're going to get a tarot deck for that.
Ooh, the new one?
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to open this one.
Open the
I want to, but I don't, because I might give that one away.
no, the blue ones, the Atlantis ones.
This one?
Yeah. Make a wish, everyone.
Okay, we're going to open the messages from your guides. You ready? We're going to open this and get that answer.
Oh, you should use those for Intuitive Virgo.
I'll probably use them for both of them. I don't know. Intuitive Virgo, I might try to channel.
And Lauren has a question.
I'll ask my pendulum if I should channel that for Intuitive Virgo or wait.
Lauren went to a lady and she said that she is a medium and gave her reading. Is she honest?
Who said what?
Lauren. Is the lady being honest with me that said she is a medium and gave me a reading? Yes or no? No or yes?
Hold on. Lauren, to answer your question, as I'm opening these cards, I'll answer your question in a second. This box will not open. I'm gonna break this pendulum trying to open the box. I'll do it in a second. All right, Lauren. Was the person Lauren talked to authentic? Was the person Lauren talked to authentic? No or yes? I actually think they were. Was the person that Lauren talked to about being psychic, was it psychic medium or just psychic?
It says she was a medium.
Was the person a medium that Lauren talked to? I gotta sit still. Hold on, everybody. Don't move, pendulum. All right, it's sitting there shaking because I'm like, don't move. Was the person talking to Lauren being authentic with Lauren? Are they a medium? Yes or no? Yes or no? Can you give me a no or a yes?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's a yes, but hold on. Yeah, I can throw some at you. Yes, they are, Lauren, and they would probably be able to channel you very well, is what I get. And what's funny about whoever you're asking about, I feel like a lot of it, I almost want to question this. I feel like a lot of it would be future tense. I don't know why. I get that feeling like it's future.
Oh, we have another box of candies too.
Would they be good at future, or would the person Lauren asked about, would it be future? Would that medium be good at future? No or yes? No or yes? Give me a no or yes for Lauren. Would the person be good at future? No or yes? Show me something here. How about past? Yes or no? No or yes? Yes or no? Not so much past as good as future. How about present? The person Lauren asked about. How about the present? Would they be good at the present time? Would they be good at picking up on the present time? No or yes? Yes or no? No or yes? It's a maybe. So they'd be pretty good at the present time and the future with you. And I don't know why I was told that.
Did you get that box open?
Yeah, I got the box open, but that was weird. A weird message. I'm not used to stuff like that. Oh, hey, it works.
So I'm Lily. Can you please tell me how Peter Libra is feeling about me,
Okay.
Leo?
Whose question is that? That's
Squandules.
Squanduli. We're back at you, and then we're at Intuitive
Virgo.
Virgo Queen. It's a Virgo, isn't it?
Peter
Peter
is a
Libra, right?
and Squanduli is a Leo.
Thanks for your help.
My pleasure.
All right, I'm just going to shuffle this. Give me a second, everyone. This is a brand new deck. They're pretty looking cards. They're pretty. Look at the back of them. I like them.
I'm tired.
Give me like an abbreviation of that person's name because I'm struggling with saying their name. Squan?
Squanduli. Can I say that?
Hold on, everybody. I dropped a card. And my luck, it'll be the card that wants to come up. Okay, here we go.
How does Peter the Libra feel about the Squanduli Leo?
How does Peter feel about Squan?
Come on.
Squanduli.
Squanduli.
How does Peter feel about Squanduli?
There's
How does
something
Peter
about
feel about Squanduli? With the new deck. Jumper.
It's fun. Why did you drop this up?
Look at my cards all damn dirty.
Stop dropping them.
All right. What else can you show me about Peter? What other answers do we have for Peter for Squanduli? Or for Squanduli for Peter? I'm saying everything backwards tonight.
No, Peter for Squanduli. How does Peter feel about Squanduli?
What else is here for Squanduli about the question?
Just keep going for it.
I'm getting payback. The person's been waiting so long to get an answer. Every card's hitting the floor.
That's good luck.
Okay.
What is your present? This one.
Hold on, Squanduli.
Yeah, good question, Sammy.
I'm just mixing these cards up.
Squanduli, you still here?
Maybe they'll catch the replay. They've been waiting forever.
I'll close it for them.
They still here? All right. What else can you tell me about the person they asked about? What else do you want to show them? All right, for like the 18th time, I'm probably going to need you to read that question.
How does Peter the Libra feel about Squanduli the Leo? How does Peter? Yeah, there's Squanduli's back.
Probably feels like they need to give without expectations. This person for Squanduli. The person feels like they need to give without expectations to the situation. But in the sense of that they need to give with expectation, without expectation. This person is, I'm pretty sure they're aware that patience is needed with the situation. So for me, these two first cards speak about moving slowly. This is a funny one. Everyone has value. Maybe he's not feeling like you're seeing his value. That's if it's directed towards you. It is directed towards you is what I'm getting. It's not directed towards him. Thoughts create your reality. So his thoughts create his reality. He probably is thinking a lot, which you asked about him. So he's probably thinking about you a lot. He's probably wondering if you see his value, understanding the situation needs patience, wanting to give without expectation. He needs to ask for guidance. If he was to ask for guidance, it would probably come around between you and that person. If he asked for like, hey, what should I do? Who? Yeah, it's a good idea. You could always have him get a reading if you're in touch with him. If you're not in touch with him, he needs to get in touch with himself. Not only with himself, but he, like the last card was asking for guidance. He needs to trust himself, but also ask for guidance, because if he asks for guidance, it will be given. Okay.
Virgo.
Intuitive Virgo Queen. I know that took forever. Thanks for your patience. I dropped every card, that's why. Okay.
Does Blackwinder Singh have any messages from me?
I'm reading it.
I want to know if you truly love me past before we can ever come out of what we've been through.
We could ever come out of what I've been through.
Yes, Lauren, I'm tired.
Hold on a second. You've waited a while. I know you asked about somebody that's passed away. Instead of doing it in my head, I'm going to ask a quick question about your question and see what I pick up on the energy on this. All right, this is for the what I just used. Message from the guides. Should I, for Intuitive Virgo Queen, should I use message from the guides? Yes or no? Should I use this deck? Yes or no? Can you give me a yes or no for Intuitive Virgo Queen? Should I use this deck? Yes or no? Again, maybe. Something's telling me to pick this deck. Should for Intuitive Virgo Queen, should I use the Angels of Atlantis? Should I use the Angels of Atlantis for Intuitive Virgo Queen? No or yes?
Yeah.
Yes. So something was making me want
Me.
Something had me feeling as if this other new deck I bought needed to answer this question.
Let me open it.
I think you could have got a positive answer or the answer you're looking for from either deck because the other deck said maybe, but I'm gonna try the other deck. It didn't say no. I just think she might get a more direct message for some reason through this other new deck.
Are you tired?
I'm getting tired. So I probably won't answer too many more questions. Too much more.
Casey gonna get any sleep tonight?
If you haven't hit that button, please hit that button for me. 1 away from 60 from what I see on my end.
I can post that.
All right, I was trying to be all fancy and put these back in the box with the little band they come with. Just wasting time. Just broke the band and said, see ya. Intuitive Virgo Queen, are you still here?
She's here.
Okay, thank
She
you.
said, ha ha, dang, you're good, Leo. Sunichi sent me her. We love Sandy. We talked to Cindy today. A lot of Cindy's today. Oh, 3 Cindy's.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible.
Everybody welcome Norman. Hi, Norman.
Your phone must be faster than the computer. I don't see a Norman in here.
347. Orange.
Oh yeah, how you doing, Norman? How did I miss that icon?
Please, is Daper's wife is pregnant or not? It's a yes or no.
For who?
Norman.
Oh, well, right now we're working on intuitive
Well,
Virgo
multitasking, I
Queen.
don't.
I like how these look.
I like this too.
Could you read her question again?
Sure.
Intuitive
Yes.
Virgo Queen? Thank you.
I'm such a good assistant. I think
Please
I
give me
can
the
see
best
that.
answer for intuitive Virgo Queen.
Yes, yes. It's up. Oh, it's not here. And I can't see it.
Oh, you can't scroll up that far. Okay, I'll do it.
But it was about, do they have any message for her if they, he already passed and she wants to know if there's anything. Intuitive, can you post your question again? Can you see it on the computer?
I'm looking for it.
330. It's before 333.
Okay, it's right. Where's your question? It's way up the chain.
Yeah, it's okay.
You said at what time? I don't see a time on my
3:30.
computer. Right there, I found it. Have any messages for me? Intuitive Virgo Queen. Do you have any messages for me? For her. I want to know if he truly loved me. I'm sorry to hear that. That really sucks. What's the messages here for Intuitive Virgo Queen? What do you want to show Intuitive Virgo Queen? About Luck, Winder, Sigh. What's the message here for her? What do you want to show her? What else is here? What else is here for her? Clarify that first card for her, please. What else do we have?
Welcome, Nancy Mueller. She's from Sydney.
Okay.
He's a stubborn Aquarius.
Who?
Guy here asking about. I think.
What else do you want me to tell him? I mean, what else do you want me to show Virgo Queen about the person she asked about? What else is here for intuitive Virgo Queen?
Just sit on the floor.
I'm about to sit on the floor. This is ridiculous.
You should shove it on my couch.
Well, it's because my table's up way up here and I'm on a couch sitting like wicked low.
Wicked.
What else is here for her? Can you answer the question? Give me a straight answer.
Sorry. Okay.
What else do you want to show her about this?
Me too, Sandy. Good night.
Good night, Sandy. Mercy to what? Mercy to what?
Murray.
What?
It's gonna make a double trip.
Huh?
You just have to read it, sorry. I love her.
Okay, this is going to be a different kind of message for you.
A Queen Intuitive Ellie's here.
Intuitive
Virgo.
Intuitive Virgo.
You're so intuitive.
I feel he had the intention to be like on an even keel with you. It shows somebody holding their hands together that looks like they wanted to be at peace. Standing right in front of the water. And then this card's benediction.
What is it?
This is a card where it's Archangel Gabriel, but there's a hand holding what looks like could be a star, an orb, or a world. It's not very clear what is being held, but there's light raying off of it.
What did I say?
Like somebody wanted to make a wish from the stars.
Oh.
This card is all about stars too, and it's also Gabriel. It's somebody was needing to find the balance of what was going on. Somebody wanted to balance something out.
Was he on medicine?
Evolution might have had taken place and got in the way. It might have made somebody feel at the mercy of the situation. Like things just weren't gonna get settled or figured out. It could really have a lot to do with planetary cycles. Things just happening when they're supposed to happen. It may have you feel like at some points like you need to surrender,
Otherwise.
like you need to release and know everything's good. Like card one, how the wish is being made here. This card, I feel like it speaks of you. I feel like it stands for you. Like you might need to surrender and just let it play out towards the universe. Like you know that things could have gotten better. It just wasn't there to happen yet. At times you might feel like you need to retreat. You might feel like you need to go in your cave or just deal with nobody or nothing. That might happen from time to time. But I think if you stay strong and you follow the intuition within yourself, you'll have you'll be given the key to your answer basically. About if you're worried about how that person felt, the way I feel from this reading
Oh wow.
is like they wanted to communicate something with you, like an error, but didn't get the chance.
He had to leave the country and had to marry somebody else and she was pregnant.
And what?
He had to leave the country.
I heard that part.
And had to marry somebody else and she was pregnant. And you said he was trying to communicate something.
Huh.
He kept most of his a secret. I got you, Roxy. 2 yes or no questions.
I'm probably gonna finish here with
He's
that.
been here for like
Who's been here?
Hello.
Okay, everyone, have a good night. Thanks, Leon and Casey. You guys are awesome. You're welcome, Leo Princess.
Good night, Leo Princess.
Who are you seeing?
Kendall just recorded a song. Will it get recognized nationally? That's cool.
Kendall?
Yes. Kendall said, I'm not going anywhere.
Hold on. Nationally?
Nationwide. He said.
Nationwide.
I recently recorded a song. I was wondering if it would get recognized nationwide.
Oh crap. Oh crap. Phone, my battery's gonna die. All right.
Yeah, I'm dead too. Oh, Elaine Carson's here.
Hi, Elaine.
She's a new picture.
I got 10%. I don't think it's gonna get pushed out throughout like the whole country. Will it get pushed out throughout the whole country? This is about the what is it, music song or music record?
Yes. The song.
A music song. Will it get pushed out throughout the whole country? Yes or no? Yeah, I don't see it through the whole country, unfortunately.
Maybe like regionally?
What's that?
Like regionally?
I can ask that, but could you do? I gotta plug this in, or we're gonna end. I got 9%.
Green laptop? Do you need the charger?
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna answer the next question
Alright.
and then finish.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's early in the morning. Okay. Who's next?
Okay, Myra. Is Norman still here? Maybe. I got Norman Marks.
I'd be surprised if Norman waited all that time. It wasn't that long ago. I just looked up the chain. It wasn't too far ago.
I don't see it.
Thank you, Queen Intuitive Ellie.
What did she say?
She said, "Get some rest." She's right. I'm getting tired.
Yes, thank you.
Well, it's because it's 4 a.m. and we did a lot today.
21 in the chat.
20 in the chat, 60 likes. Thank you all. Hi, Jesse.
Just see.
What's that?
It's like just see. It's just see.
I'm going sleepy.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
old, bro. Oh, All right, Roxy, I'm doing it soon in a minute too. I got talked into coming on here. I was gonna save
He said, I'll come on for an hour.
this conversation for tomorrow night.
Myra really wants to
She
do
did
it.
have a good point. Go out there while you like after the day, you'll be more fresh about what was said,
You still can't remember.
and she's still talking crap in my ear about it.
Me?
She's saying you still can't remember. I remembered a pretty good proportion.
It's only an hour.
Only an hour, went over an hour.
Myra wants to make sure you go shopping tomorrow.
Actually, tomorrow I'm supposed to meet up with family. Tomorrow I'm supposed to have a family dinner. Whoops. I'm supposed to do that early too. So
Oh crap.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay. Good night. Good night, Roxy. Good night, Myra.
I don't know if I said hi to Jess C, but
You did, 'cause I left.
well, hello, Jesse and Queen Ellie and Elaine again and Roxy,
Right.
Intuitive Virgo Queen, everybody.
Elaine Carson.
You all have a good night tonight. I will probably tomorrow night. It might be 9, 10 o'clock, 10:30, hopefully the latest. I'll try to get back out here.
What day is it? Is it Friday?
It's Friday, but it's like oh, the lady knew that too. This wasn't what I was gonna tell you guys. This wasn't. See, she's like, you don't remember like. As I sit here, I think of more and more that the lady said.
Where do I talk on?
The lady was like, "Oh, and by the way, your kid." She's like, "How's that going for you?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "From the minute he wakes up, from the minute he goes to bed, he's one of them." She said, "He's nonstop." It's like that's what I'm being told, nonstop. And I'm like, "You're nailing it." I said, "Yeah." She said, "I wish I had the energy he has." Yeah, I was very impressed with her. She did a really good job. She did a good job towards me, towards KC, on everything I could figure out that had already happened or had already been said with me, or some of what I've dealt with KC or said to her. But
Show the cardigan.
I'll show you guys that cardigan. If you're ever in Connecticut,
They have a website too.
there were 2 people that read and only 2 in there.
No, they have more readers, just only 2 are there.
And I mean, she was very good. She can. Oh well, there were more readers.
Just not there today.
I should have paid attention. I was like jumping around all over the shop, looking at like what I liked.
Type in the webpage. It's on the back.
Well, they could always look at it, and if somebody, Lervine or no, Valerine, or
I'll tell you what's on.
her name was V something. I just remember knowing it began with a V.
Verline. Verlin.
Marie.
No, Verline.
Say it again.
Verline.
Verline. The person that read us, Marie. Her name was Verline.
Oh, no one's back.
I started hearing while we're sitting in front of her. I started hearing names because I was trying to pick her up. I only picked up 2 names. I didn't say anything to her, and I probably should have. But she was talking to Casey. And then I'm like, why do I keep seeing a damn V? Like, what the hell is a V? When I asked the owner afterwards, what's that reader's name? She was like, Verline. And I'm like, we'll give her this $20. Casey had tipped her as well. So she made out pretty well. But I was just like, wow.
One more question.
Thank you for spelling the name.
No one wants to know if somebody's pregnant. I can't remember the name.
I missed internet. Oh my God. What?
Now, she asked earlier about somebody being pregnant.
Hi, Jakari. Norman, could you repost your question because my computer's going to die? And then we're going to end with you, Norman. You'll be the last question of the night.
Jakari, tomorrow, maybe?
What's that?
Jakari wants to know what's coming towards audience or clairvoyant wise. It's a tough question, huh? Oh, you're getting dark.
I'm getting dark because the battery's about to. Jakari, it'll have to be another night because my computer battery's going to shut down. I'm answering one last question. It's from Norman. Norman, could you post that question? Norman's got to be quick or he's going to miss out because my battery's starting to flash. And I know he asked earlier, so be quick for me, Norman. Sorry, Jakari. Another night. Maybe tomorrow night.
Maybe we'll get later and you can post it in the comments. We'll type timestamp or it's just yes or no.
I need to know the question. I just don't want to answer yes or no because it's not going to know what I'm trying to grab.
No, I know. Maybe you can scroll up.
I'm going to have to scroll way up for this guy. I don't even know if it'll let me go that far up. All right. No, it won't. Norman.
I'm tired.
I don't remember what Norman's question was. It was too long ago. What? Something about.
Is somebody pregnant? Yeah, yes, that's somebody.
Hello?
Now I fall asleep too.
Hi, hippie love. Good to see you.
Hippie love said something. He said dippity dippity. It's from hippie. It's fine.
Hold on, everybody. I'm answering another person's question.
Yours. Mine. Casey, get any sleep? It's a no.
Chikari, as of right now, I get a no on clairaudience. Reading for Jakari, I get a no on clairaudience. And as far as you being clairvoyant, most likely in the future, it's a maybe.